everyone, welcome back to Happy Hour Talks with.
Hey, I'm China.
I'm Jury.
I'm Raina.
And I'm Ruth. And today we have a special guest here with us, Mr. DeAndre Gibbs, founder and CEO of Just a Bum with Kickz. How are you doing today?
Doing good. I'm doing good. How y'all feeling?
Doing great. Happy to have you here. My first question is just tell us about yourself. You know, where are you from? What are you doing? What are you up to?
So, I'm from Louisville, Kentucky. Born and raised, the best part of Kentucky, most definitely, if we're going to be honest. And I mean, really just, I'm a computer engineering student at the University of Kentucky. I'm minoring in mathematics, and I'm a business owner, and I'm an investor. So that's really about it, honestly.
So, what made you take the first steps to starting your own business, and when did you start it?
Honestly, I feel like I really live by certain things. It's not on you. It's just in you. It just happens. And when I started it, it was probably in 2016, 17, fresh out of high school. And honestly, it started off. The whole name itself started off as a nickname back in high school. And I mean, if you went to high school, if you went to Central High, you already know what time it was. I just have a lot of shoes, and I used to not wear them a lot. I wouldn't wear them. And when I do, one of my best friends, Eric Hamblin, came in and said, and you just a bum with Kickz. So it just started just to be like a hashtag, and I ran with it. Then probably 2016, 2017, I just made it into a business. So yeah, that's when it really started.
So you said that you weren't wearing your sneakers at first. Do you think it had something to do with I guess not peer pressure, but just not wanting people to talk about your sneakers and stuff because you had so many?
Honestly, where it really stemmed from was because usually when people get the newest pair of Jordans and stuff, they'll wear them to school that next following week, and I just wasn't that type. You feel me? I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to be like the rest, so I would wait months, probably a year, and basically I just pop out with them when people least expect it. And while everybody else's shoes is just beat up and everything, and mine is brand new, that's it draws attention. So that's how that's just how I got the name. Honestly, it's just so funny. And I feel like I'm still the same way. Today, I got on some shoes that I probably bought going on 2 years ago, and this is my first time wearing them. So
What shoes you got on?
I got on some Air Maxes. Let me see. Can I flip this camera? Yeah.
Those are clean.
Excuse my mess, but yeah, just something slight, nothing too major. Just chilling, chill a little day. Yeah.
Do you like to follow trends when you buy shoes? When people are this one releasing February 15th, I gotta get them, or do you just kind of go with the flow?
Really, I just honestly go with the flow. I'm not really too much of a, what do you call them? They call them hype beasts. I'm not. I like what I like. You feel me? I'm not gonna really buy something because I seen Drake with them on or Kanye with them on. I'm just not that type of person. And that's just me. I just feel like you're gonna really mess your money up doing that because everybody else got them. And, I done passed up on so many shoes. I just don't like if I don't like them. No, I just wouldn't even rock with them. So yeah.
Do you remember the first pair of sneakers you begged your parents for?
Yeah, I mean it's been like this for years since I was a little boy, but really it really is my father. He kept me laced up even as a kid. Early as I can remember, probably 2003, 2002. I used to play in a little league basketball, and I think I had on like some Jordan 2s. And actually well, I got a pair of them like when they re-released, and yeah, but like as a kid, most definitely, like I was begging up for shoes, like probably like any pair of Jordans that I like. And, you know, back in the day, it wasn't too hard to get Jordans like that. How it was now, you can just walk in the store and get them, and that just be that. You feel me? But yeah, like it, all this started even when I was a kid. So yeah, most definitely.
That's a good question. How do you feel, I guess, about TikTok and people being in love with ones and fours, and now you have to, I don't know, wait years to get a pair of forces, it seems like.
Honestly, like my honest feelings about it,
Keep it real.
it's really it's lame to me, honestly. Like it's really lame. Like like honestly, when I realized with the forces how it was with the forces, I just couldn't believe it. Like, and people trying to resell forces for 120, 130. And I think that's when I knew that my time was up. You feel me? Like I don't really buy shoes no more. That's when I knew. I was like, man, I can't keep doing this. Like this is crazy. And like, even though I know like this is gonna sound like I'm a hypocrite, you know, I resell shoes. I'm not buying no resale. I'm not paying resale prices. Like if I miss out, hey, I missed out. You know, so I ain't one of those. I'm just gonna wait. Nah, I'm good. Cause I just think it's just a mindset thing, honestly. Like I just move on from it. You know, a lot of people really will cry about it or they'll spend their last. And I just nah, I'm good. Hmm.
So I remember the first time that I met you, you were asking my friend Erin for like creative advice. How did you start your business and your logo with Just a Bum with Kickz?
Man. So it really all started like I honestly had to think with the name, how was the logo and the design gonna be? And you know, like from my family, you know, like I wouldn't even just say my family, but like from the older generation, of course, like that name to them is kind of ah, like you're kind of jabbing at the wrong people when it's like it's not like that at all. Like it's not like that. Like we all know like what it's like. So I had to really think like what could I do that would represent like the right way. And I was overseas, and I was overseas in 2019, fall 2019. I got a close friend, family friend, and he's real creative. And I asked him, I said, man, look, I needed something. Like I need something new because my original design was horrible. I didn't even put it out because I made it and it was horrible. And I can't draw. So when he freestyled it, and honestly, when I got that back, uh I was mesmerized. I was like, whoa. But me being who I am, I just didn't know if everybody else is gonna like it. I was kind of scared to really like post it like on social media. But right when I posted, everybody loved it. Like I didn't get not one. I still to this day never got one complaint. Like no dislikes about it at all. So honestly, like it's like I'm creative, but I just can't draw. You feel me? And that's the worst part about being so creative. So yeah. So when I got that logo back, and I didn't think it was gonna be like that, but I don't know how he did it. Like he drew it himself, like drew it on paper, and it just looked perfect. So yeah, most definitely. Like I just loved it from the jump.
Did you start with reselling shoes and then move to like clothing, apparel, merchandise, or the other way around? Or
Nah, yeah, it was most definitely reselling shoes. Like going back from all the way 2013, 2014, like people was always buying shoes from me back in high school. And I remember there was times where I'd be walking into school with 5 boxes of shoes, like early in the morning. Yeah, like crazy. And at that time, you know, we had Miss Mrs. Duff, Miss Schmidt, you know, like some of them wasn't having it. You feel me? Like they was threatening to try to take my shoes, like nah. And so I had to do it like a whole different way. So yeah, I was literally coming into class, coming into school early in the morning, dropping off shoes to people that was just buying them. So so yeah, so when I started that, it just kind of just, I guess that was just on the side. Like I wouldn't even consider myself at that time just as a business and shit. It was more so like, okay, I can make a quick $60 off of each shoe I sell, times that by 5, so it was just, that's little kid money. We 15, 16 at the time. So, that wasn't really much. So yeah, I most definitely had to start from the ground up, just, you know, start selling shoes, and just from there it was just like, okay, cool, I can do other things. So yeah, that's how it all just started.
Going back to your merch, when you came up with the designs for it, were you thinking that it could be unisex, or were you just thinking it would be like your bros buying it, or did you have everyone in mind when you thought about selling stuff or clothing?
Mm. Honestly, like at the time, most definitely just like the bros. I didn't I feel like I was selling myself too short at the time. And that's one thing I have to tell people, like, starting off as a business, like, don't ever sell yourself too short. Like, the sky's the limit. So I wish at that time, like, my mindset was much different, like how it is now, where I came out with everything that I have now. And like I think once I came out with the men's, then here come the ladies, like, when you gonna do a girl? When you gonna do a girl? So I'm like, okay, cool. And I did the ladies, and they love that. Then it's so funny because I hear like with females, you should do one with the dreads. You should do one with this. You should change her nails up and all this other stuff. So it really all worked out so perfect. So because it's just like I feed off of that. I have to feed off of what everybody else want. So me doing that, that's the money maker right there. And honestly, like, if we're gonna be truthful, and I'm pretty sure that y'all can agree, it's really the females that's really gonna spend the money more than the males are. I, that's facts. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like, they gonna buy that all up. So yeah, I had to start off thinking like, oh, it's just gonna be for the bros. Then once, like, I'm selling it and everybody coming to me like, yeah, you should make one for this, and even some people talking about making one with a baby on it. So I might have to do that next. So yeah.
So I have one of your shirts, and I'm not gonna hype you up because we're interviewing you. The shirt has great quality. In
Uh,
terms of your products having quality, good quality, how do you go about that? Do you have like a specific vendor you go to? Do you make sure everything is perfect before you release it? Just talk about that a little bit.
yeah, most definitely. You know, I really go by like the 5 P's. Proper preparation prevents poor performance. And like, I can't just like just I can't really just make the shirts myself, or just get it made from somebody just off the street and just not even looking at them, just here you go. Like, no, I couldn't do that. And I will say, when I first started making shirts, and it was before like my actual logo, like, I was making them myself. And looking back at that compared to what I got now, oh God, like, it's a big difference. And sometimes you honestly have to pay that fee. Like, you really have to pay that fee for good quality. And it means a lot. And like, sometimes you might have to just bite the bullet and just honestly just go through an actual vendor. And luckily, like, I go through somebody in Louisville, and they get me right every time. Like, they provide the shirts. If you want to be cheap, you can be cheap. If you want to be expensive, you can be expensive. So that's really how I had to go about it, most definitely. Like, if you really want to make money, sometimes you gotta spend that fee. Most definitely.
What is your favorite shoe of all time?
My favorite shoe of all time. I most definitely have to say the just one of all time. I could pick one and live with. Most definitely the Concourse, the Jordan 11 Concourse, black and white, every time, perfect every time.
Can't
It's
go
so
wrong.
crazy. Yeah, you can't go wrong. I got 3 pair of them at the crib. Like, you can't go wrong. Like, it's crazy. Yeah, brand new pair, and a pair that I wear, and just another pair just in case. Yeah, so
Are you interested in designing your own shoe in the future, or you're like, nah, I don't want nothing to do with that?
if the opportunity presented itself, most definitely, like most definitely, like especially if it's with like a big name like company itself, like Nike or Jordan, or really anybody, because I mean, not too many people from where I'm from can say that. But actually designing like my own actual like just a Puma Kick shoe, it'll be hard because I'm picky. I'm super picky because I go based off of like I don't know if they're gonna like this, and that's a horrible feeling. Like I'm pretty sure like when y'all started y'all's podcast, y'all was like, I don't know if they're gonna like this. Like everybody has that self doubt within themselves, but honestly, if I built the courage up to say like, yeah, like let's go, I'm just gonna go ahead and do it. Then most definitely, yeah.
How do you market yourself? Because I know when I was on Twitter, I used to see the hashtags. How do you go about spreading the word of your business?
Man, I had to really I ain't gonna lie, I'm really camera shy. Like being in front of camera, like videos and pictures and stuff like that, or even just speaking in front of people. And I really had to, I guess, grow up and just say, you know what, if you really want to do this, you have to step out of your comfort zone. So I mean, I honestly started off with doing like little YouTube videos. Um, then I started to go to like pop-up shops, and I went to a couple of them down in Tennessee, and just seeing, honestly, I think my first one that I went to, and seeing the reaction from people like, man, this is different. We like it, we love it. Being invited back, and just honestly just reaching out to different people, and sometimes like that law of attraction kicks in. Like people get attracted to you, and it comes to you. People want to do business with you instead of you reaching out. And I will admit, like whenever I started working with one of my best friends, Eric, like he really took like the following up. Like I remember like probably like around this time last year, I was at like 400 followers, 300. Now I'm sitting at like close to 1,200. And now I just recently got my shirts into a shoe store up in Connecticut. Yeah, so just stuff like that, just meeting new people. Really, honestly, it's like those Facebook groups and stuff like that. They really help a lot because like you really meet some good, genuine people that want to see you succeed. And that's really how I had to go about it. I just had to step out of my comfort zone and do like the little TikToks and stuff like that. And I mean, honestly, I haven't really like really started really heavy, like marketing heavy. So I think once I do, it's really up from there, honestly.
Okay, so how do you feel about reps?
I mean, that's just like wearing like fake designer stuff. Like, sometimes if that's you, then that's you. You feel me? I think what's crazy is it's like sometimes you can't even tell. That's the scary part. And I think that's kind of one of the reasons why like I had to really take a step away just from buying shoes for myself, like or even like buying shoes off of people just to resell. Like I more so like would try my hardest just to get whatever I can get like from like the actual stores. And I mean, me personally, if that's I'm not knocking nobody, if that's what you want to do, be my guest, like if that's all whatever you want to do. So most definitely like that's how I feel about it.
Hold on, is reps fake shoes? I don't
Yeah.
know. Okay.
it just
All
it,
right.
it, it just stands for replicas, like just don't get caught, because I mean it's a horrible feeling. That's just like you walking into school and you got on some fake Gucci, but it ain't, it ain't real. And if you go to a school like Central High School, which is like a big fashion show, China know you're gonna get grilled. It happens, but but nah, but also like I know not everybody has it. Not everybody got the money to do it. Not everybody's fortunate enough. So, but also everybody wants to look good. So that's why I just feel like, if that's what you want to do whatever you want to do. If you don't got no pride about it, if your pride's too side about it, and you don't care, hey, you can sit up there and tell somebody that you do got them, and they real. Somebody's gonna believe it. But yeah, it's just whatever you want to do, honestly. But yeah.
You were talking about how your shirts are in a store in Connecticut now. Do you ever see yourself opening like a brick and mortar store for yourself?
Yeah, down the line, most definitely. But I think when I really wanted to, when I was younger, probably like 18, 19, it was more so I how can I explain it? I really couldn't because it was starting to become too saturated. So I've been coming up with different ways that would make like us open up a shop to be different. And I just haven't found that one lane that I can rock with, open a store that makes us different from everybody else. And like I don't necessarily have no problem with opening up stores and all, but it's just like if you have 6 to 10 stores all in one city, that's just saying nah. It's like having a McDonald's like on one street. You feel me? Like it's all cool, but at the same time, like nah. It just ain't it. Y'all, everybody's selling the same thing. And the prices is almost the same. So I just been trying to figure out ways to just be different. I mean, I have some ideas, but I think when the time is right, that's when it'll happen most definitely.
How do you juggle being an engineering student and a business owner at the same time?
Sometimes I ask myself the same question. Honestly, it's all about it's time management, and Ruth, time management. That's what they're gonna teach you in engineering school, most definitely at UK, when they put 3 exams on you in one week, and you got senior design, and you got all types of other projects. So, but doing it all, all at one time, it's just more so. It's rough. Don't get me wrong, because you go through those stages where you can't really be 1 foot in, 1 foot out. Like, of course, the most important thing to me right now is my education. So just trying to juggle it at the same time, it's rough, but at the same time, it's really rewarding because it's teaching me like man, if you can do this on top of other stuff, then you can do whatever. And I just think right now I'm at the right level to where it's just like I can kind of be 1 foot in and 1 foot out, or I can be kind of 95% into my education, 5% in business, and be cool. But it's rough. It has its moments, but at the same time, like luckily I have people around me, like I said, like one of my best friends, Eric, like he's starting to run my business on the shoe side. And just having that trust in him, like it makes it a lot easier, most definitely. I wouldn't be able to do it by myself, but yeah, it has its days, but it's rewarding.
Okay, so let's go ahead and transition into, you doing crypto and you being into stocks. But before I ask you about that, I wanted to ask you about the art of people putting going, because a lot of people are now wanting to know what crypto is and stocks and stuff like this. So you're trying to give them tips, but they're not really taking it. So talk to me a
Yeah.
little bit about that.
Uh, you know, I when I talk about this, like with some of my friends, like they'll tell me all the time, like, bro, like I be trying to put people on to you, bro. Like I just have to tell them, like, honestly, bro, like sometimes you just gotta let people see it through. Like when it happens and everything blows up, sometimes you just gotta let them see it through and just know like they made that mistake. Cause I mean, I feel like we've all experienced something that we missed out on because we just wasn't too sure. And it's like, damn it. So me personally, I don't have no hard feelings because I try to put family on. I try to put all my friends on. And some people don't. That's just not for everybody. And honestly, once I realized that, and I had to make that that understanding with myself. Like stop trying to put everybody on who don't want to get put on. Like that's just, I mean, it sucks because you want to see everybody win, but at the same time, what can you do? Like you can lead somebody to the water, but you can't make the horse drink it. So what can you do? Instead of just saying like when it happens, I mean, of course I'm not a person that's gonna say I told you so, but it's gonna be like, I told you. So yeah, it's really never no hard feelings. Like it's not, because it's everything isn't for everybody, so it's that's just how I go about it, honestly.
How'd you get in crypto?
It was 2020. Yeah, it was 2020. And I heard about like Bitcoin from back, it was high school. And I'm pretty sure y'all know about this movie. It's a movie called Dope. And they was talking about that's a good movie. Like even looking back on this, it's a wonderful movie. And honestly, like if you was paying attention then and you was invested in, you would really be rich right now, honestly. But how I got into it, it was 2020. And I was making some good money at my job that I was working. I was working at Amazon. And this is when summer of 2020, when the pandemic was going on, and they was paying us really well. And everybody was just buying a lot of BS jewelry, designer stuff. And I'm not I'm not an instant gratification type of person. Like I can wait my turn. Like I have no problems with that. And a lot of people go broke because they can't wait their turn, so they want to try to play catch up and play keeping up with people. So I was investing my money, and I just think at that time, like, of course, like I wanted all those nice things. Like, shoes is cool and all, but yeah, I wanted all those nice things. And at that point, I really had to make like a life decision, and it was God telling me like, man, don't buy that stuff. Like, excuse my language, but don't buy that shit. Like, if you just follow what I'm telling you in your mind, and you'll reap the benefits in a couple years. So it was 2020. I was investing into them regular coins like Bitcoin and stuff like that, and even some coins that I've seen on Twitter that guys was talking about. And I don't recommend that at all. Don't do that. Don't do that. 'Cause somebody would sell you a dream on there. But I did it, and and I've learned a lot, like from since then. And I think to where it's got me now is just like I feel like it was my destiny. God's calling. Like that's what he was telling me to do. So yeah, that's really how it all started.
Did you start off small? Let's say put in $5, watch it go to 10, and then you went all out? Or did you just also, what advice would you tell people starting to get into crypto? Like put in half of your paycheck, put in a small amount, watch it grow, all of that.
So you want my honest answer?
Yeah.
So starting off, I'm not gonna lie to you. Like I was doing thousands at a time starting off. And yeah, like I was really, I don't recommend that. Let's just say that. Like if somebody was asking me, I just don't recommend that. And I just think because for me at that time, I was inexperienced. I was going off of hope, and that just happened how it all happened. But my advice to people when they do ask me, like spend what you're comfortable on spending. Like so if you feel comfortable buying $5,000 worth of crypto, do it. If you don't do it. So like for me, like okay, I'm just gonna be honest. Like the coin that I seen a guy talking about on Twitter, like I put $4,300 in that. That's no, don't do that. But I will admit, like at a period of time, like I was down 50% on just that one investment. So I was down to $2,000, like on that one investment. And like, a lot of people they would sell, they would panic, they would be mad. But I didn't. I just kept it pushing. Like I still own it, like that's what people don't understand. Like you still own it regardless. Only time you take a loss is when you sell it. So So yeah, my real advice to people, like, man, spend whatever you feel comfortable with spending and know what you're buying. Because there's a lot of fakes out there, like, like a lot of fakes, like a lot of coins that people want you to invest in that a celebrity would endorse. And, it end up being a horrible coin to invest in, and it goes right to zero. But that's why I don't go based off of like social media and stuff like that. Like I do my own, like I research this stuff every day on Twitter, on YouTube, every single day, in the morning and at night. So I be in class, like looking at it. So that most definitely be my advice.
Hmm. So are you into stocks too?
A little bit, a little bit. Like stocks is cool. Like how I go about it when people ask is like stocks is cool, most definitely. Don't get me wrong, but right now, like unless you playing with like thousands of dollars, like over $100,000, like you'll get rich quicker off of crypto than you would off stocks. Like it's because I just feel like at the time that we at now, everything is moving digital. And of course, like the stock market's always gonna be there, but I feel like nowadays, like you have these big institutional investors that are wanting to invest into like the new technology. So that's crypto, that's NFTs. So why would you want to like risk like them like taking all their stock money out and putting it into crypto? Now the stock market's gonna go down. You get what I mean? So I'm not into it as much as I am with crypto, but yeah, I am just a little bit.
Speaking of NFTs, do you have any for just a bum with Kickz, or do you plan on getting some or creating NFTs?
Yeah. I'm in the works of it now. I just haven't announced it. So, you heard it here first, that just a bone Kickz NFT line is coming. And I recently just discovered like a good acronym to use for like the bum. And I can't even think what it was, but it was I have to look at my notes, but the bum, like BUM, is like black, and the U stands for something, and like the M is millionaires. And I thought about using that like for the actual line of my NFTs. So anybody that's investing into my NFTs can call themselves that. So yeah, it's in the works right now as we speak. Like usually when I'm quiet, that means I'm up to something. That's how I go about it. Most definitely.
I feel like you always quiet, but it's good to see that you're up to that. Can you tell me a little bit about what an NFT is, or for anyone watching that doesn't know?
So NFTs is really just it's like okay, it stands for a non-fungible token. But to dumb it all down, like it's just digital art. Like take like literally a picture. That's all it is. And me personally, I just think it's crazy. Like you can really make millions off of digital art that's not physical. The same thing with crypto, like it's not physical at all. Like, and so it's just honestly, it's just buying just a picture. Like we live in a world now where buying a picture is almost about to be normalized. And you can have it as your Instagram profile picture, and you seem cool. You feel me? So it's just really like, of course, you have some people who would make it seem like would make it hard, but it's just like it's just digital art. That's all it is. Just buying a picture, the rights to a picture, I guess, most definitely. But like you own it basically. Like if you wanted to, China, you can literally sell all the pictures in your phone if you really wanted to, your selfies. Like what? So me personally, like of course it sounds ridiculous, but like stuff like that is like you're gonna have these big institutional investors like get rich off this. I'm gonna get a piece of my pie too. Like I might not be as much as them, but why not? So yeah, that's just how I gotta go about it.
As a computer engineering student, are you excited about the metaverse and how the internet world is going? Because I know
Yeah,
some people are scared, but are you excited?
I'm excited and I'm scared too because really it's like I have my own speculations about things. I think they're trying to it's just all speculation. It's all what I think. It could be nonsense, but I think honestly, they're trying to like reel us in out of like reality. and put us like into a fake reality of what we can create. And it's like I'm excited too because like I said, you can make money off of it. Like you can make money off of digital land, digital real estate. That's sick. Like it's crazy. But like also the way I think about things is like I'm not a consumer. Like I'm a producer. So while you have some people like I think it was Snoop Dogg. Like that would probably be it's like Snoop Dogg's coming to the metaverse and making up things to where you can be in the metaverse with him. That's as close as you'll probably ever get to Snoop Dogg. And that would make somebody's day. But for me, it's just like, okay, how can I figure out how to build something and sell something in the metaverse? So I have to think like a producer instead of a consumer, so and me personally, like with this digital world, like I said, they're trying to pull us out of reality. And I think they're trying to draw that line of the rich and the poor, but they're not trying to leave the poor out. They want the poor to feel rich in the metaverse. You feel what I mean? So that's when they do that, I just think they're trying to, of course, keep them as like a consumer. You feel me? So yeah, so if you want to be with Snoop Dogg and or any other rapper, or you want to go watch an NBA game, you can't actually go to the Staples Center and watch the NBA Finals. You can't afford it. You can't go to the Super Bowl, but you can act like you're there. You feel me? So I think once people come to realization, like I think that's what their goal is. Then I think it would change a lot of people's mindset. But I'm excited for it because it's a dope idea. Like it's kind of scary because it's virtual reality, but it's really dope. I like it a lot, most definitely.
So you have definitely traveled abroad. Was it study abroad or were you just
Yeah,
traveling?
yeah.
Okay.
I studied abroad.
Okay, awesome. Do you consider moving out of the US one day?
Honestly, I probably would. Like, I guess it really stems from being over there, and I wouldn't even necessarily say just in Europe. Honestly, I just think wherever my heart is at,
Mhm.
and I just seen some beautiful, beautiful places over there, and it was more so it was a mindset shift. Like it was not even a culture shock. It was just a mindset shift to where it's just like damn, I live in America. That's it. And they got all these beautiful places with beautiful people and just beautiful spirits. So I would maybe. It just depends on how I feel and where I'm at with life, especially with kids. And I mean, I'm gonna be honest. Like I was at a point of time when I was there, and I think I visited London, and like really hearing how they speak over there, and hearing like other Black people how they talk, and it shocked me. Like it really, oh God, it was really crazy. And like they already know where I'm from, and just hearing them talk how the way they really talk over there, it's just like I want to move my kid. I want to live over here for a little bit so my kids can develop the accent and bring them to America. You feel me? But nah, it just depends on where I'm at in life and how I feel. But I wouldn't. I would most definitely think about it. I'll consider it most definitely.
So typically engineering students, we do not study abroad. We're like, we have to get the bag, do co-op internships. What made you decide to study abroad and give up that opportunity to be an intern or a co-op?
Um, Man, it's about to be a long story. But long story short, it was 2018. I lost a good friend of mine. It was my female best friend. And it was Thanksgiving. It was 2 days after Thanksgiving back 2018. And that year, a couple months like before she passed, like we went to Hawaii together. And we was gonna start taking those type of trips right before like the fall semester started. So like that early August. So when she passed away, like I was really hurt by it because I watched her pass. And my grandmother, she's into like them psychics and stuff like that. I don't know why. But she paid for me to get a reading done, like for like it was a Christmas gift. So it was probably like 2 days after New Year's, whenever I went, and I sat there, you know, I felt like I was talking to my female friend, and she was telling the psychic that because we was gonna go to Jamaica, and she said, "Don't go to Jamaica, go to Barcelona or something." So that was like one sign. I'm like, okay, cool. Then she said like, "Oh, I can see, like my angels are saying that you're gonna study abroad." So I was like, I didn't never think about studying abroad because you know how it is. Like, I ain't no way I can. So when the semester started that spring 2019, I just started getting the signs. Like I walked into the student center, and there was a guy that passed me a study abroad card. As I'm walking in, and I look back, I didn't see him no more. I don't know where he went. Like I don't know where he went. And I was just like, I just got something about studying abroad. Then I kept on getting emails and stuff about it. Never have like they don't you know they don't really try to like market themselves to us engineering like department. So when I got that, I'm just like, yeah, this is a sign. Like, you know, you scratch your head like, yeah, this is a sign most definitely. And I just said, you know what, let's do it. So I ended up applying for it. And like really my only options was Spain. It was literally Spain. So whenever it was a tough process going through and where I was almost gonna like not even do it, you know, but I ended up doing it, thank God, because you know, the next like I did it in fall, so like the next semester COVID happened and they had to send everybody back. So doing it in 2019, like I ended up going to Barcelona and sitting on the beach. It's really crazy how how time just goes about itself because I ended up spending like Thanksgiving weekend in Barcelona. And that's around the time when she died. So I was on the beach by myself, but I didn't feel like I was by myself. You get what I mean? So that's really all where it came from. Like it just felt like that was something that I needed. Like it was like it changed the way I view life, my mindset, my spirit, just everything. And I feel like that's what my friend wanted me to do, and I think that's what she knew that I needed that. So I treated that experience like it was a vacation. Honestly, yeah. I didn't take no engineering classes or nothing. Like my only hardest class was statistics. So yeah,
That's a beautiful story. Thank you for letting us know that.
most
Um,
definitely.
let's see, ladies, do you all have any more questions? What else we adding?
So what's next? You're about to graduate, become a computer engineer. What's gonna happen?
What's next? I mean, I'm stuck between three things. It's hard, and honestly, I've been so worried because it's like that transition. I've been stressed about it. Like really about to be an adult, and what's next is I'm stuck between three things. I'm stuck between going back to get my master's, which I don't want to do. I'm tired. Unc is tired. Unc is tired. Um, or getting a good job down in Florida, or just really just enjoying my life just from my investments and just chilling and just enjoying life. But all three of those are good, choices and good options and good paths. So it's like I don't know. I'm just gonna move down there and just hope for the best. Like nah, like I had some good things in the works, but it's just more so it's just that transition. Like damn, I'm really about to graduate. And I feel like we all go through that because even when we was in high school about to go to college, like we was all I can't name one person that just wasn't nervous. Like damn, I'm about to be by myself. So, I'm excited about that, but I guess when the time comes when I walk that stage, I'll know exactly like what I'm doing. But most definitely moving to Florida. So yeah.
I'm excited to see where you're gonna end up. You definitely have to come back on here and give us an update.
Please
Most
do.
definitely. Of course, I got to, most definitely. Like, why would I not?
You have any upcoming sales or anything you want to plug, products?
Right now, I got my Black History Month sale. If you go on my website, just use the code BHM, Black History Month. Any products is coming. I'm about to be selling my very own like soul cleaner, where it cleans the soul out and everything. People know how to do that. What else? I'm working on getting just a bum Kickz in the Metaverse, getting my own like cryptocurrency made for my own company. I got a lot of. That's the thing. I got a lot of good things that's coming. So that's when I knew I had to take a step back away from actually selling shoes, and I had to readjust myself, and I just had to let my best friend run that side while I focus on the technology side. So I got a lot of good things coming, most definitely.
Okay, I think that's about it. But again, thank you so much for coming.
Sure.
It was a great episode. We appreciate you a lot. And
Of
we'll
course,
talk
thank
to you
you.
later. Bye.
Most definitely. See ya.
Bye.